Hey guys, welcome back to Small Trees. Today I thought I'd go over my top 5 tips for beginners or those who have found a new hobby during quarantine. Tip number 1. The top of your tree is only as happy as its roots. A lot of beginners tend to overwater their trees and then ask what's wrong when the leaves start to turn yellow and fall off. Don't use regular potting soil in your pots. It quickly gets packed down and it holds too much moisture for the health of the tree. Instead, try to use soil with slightly larger particle sizes, at least an eighth of an inch or 30 millimeters in general. This will make the roots much happier because they will not be constantly wet and they can get the oxygen they need. The importance of good soil cannot be overstated. It will really make or break the tree. I'll make an in-depth video on soil in the future to show what each soil component is used for and several good mixtures to use. This clip shows pine bark, pumice, lava rock, and turfus. Tip number 2. Don't be afraid to mess up. A big part of learning bonsai is trying new techniques. Will you kill a few trees? Probably. But in my experience, you learn a lot more when you practice techniques for yourself. A lot of what I do on this channel is geared to show you the basics of different techniques so that you can try them at home. You don't even have to try them on your bonsai trees. You can practice wiring on branches that you've trimmed off of a tree. You can practice the mechanics of approach and thread grafting on any wooden stemmed plant. Tip number 3. Join a bonsai club. If you have a club near you that meets regularly, you'll benefit greatly if you join. You'll also be able to get hands-on training and absorb much more information in person than you could studying by yourself. However, good bonsai literature is also invaluable. Having pictures and guides to refer to is extremely important if you don't have the basics down already. Tip number 4. Never underestimate the power of a good Nebari. When you view a tree, many times the Nebari are the first thing that your eyes are drawn to. Most of the time, you want a Nebari that matches the rest of the tree, and vice versa. For this reason, never neglect root work. You can employ several methods to improve the Nebari depending on what stage your tree is in. If you're still growing a maple in the ground, for example, I recommend removing all downward growing roots and screwing the tree to a board. Position all roots so they radiate out from the base evenly. This will give you a head start on a nice root base. Tip number 5. Take your time and have fun. This hobby is all about finding enjoyment in small details. We're striving to take the image of a 50-foot mature tree and condense it to a much smaller size. Every detail must be looked at meticulously because mistakes are magnified when the whole image is small. At the end of the day, you're probably practicing bonsai because you enjoy working with plants and you appreciate the beauty of nature. Learning the basics of watering, fertilizing, wiring, etc. will quickly make creating bonsai feel natural to you. That's all I have for today. If you guys enjoy this sort of thing, I have many more quick tips that I can post. I'll try to go back and make more in-depth videos on these topics as well. If you're enjoying what you see, drop a like and subscribe. Until next time.